Alright, I think this is video 2 on the air conditioning on this Crosstrek. Complained it's not cooling as well as it did when I recharged it up a month ago. Well, that was only a month ago. Now we're into the 4th month, the 19th. This was on the 20th, so 1 month. I'm still coming 39 degrees out of the dash. If you've seen in the first video, I put it in heat mode and I heated up the cabin. The cabin went well over 110 degrees. The temperature coming out of the dash was over 160 degrees. My thermometer went out of limit after 160. And so inside the cabin, I just restarted the test and I turned on the air conditioning. And you can see it's running 29,140. And I recharged it again a second time. You've seen in the first video, I pulled out 470 grams out of 475 so we don't have a leak. And if we look back here real carefully, you can see the inside cabin temperature because I have the probe inside the cabin. You can see the shadow right there. So it was over 100. It was over 110 degrees at that point inside the cabin because it was 160 degrees, over 160 coming out of the dash. So now I'm cooling it down. I filled it up. It's been running. Look at, we got minute 1, minute 2, minute 3. We're approaching minute 4. And I went from, at the time when I started this test, we went from 93 degrees inside the cabin. We pulled it down to 73 degrees. And it was over 110 in there. And you could see when I started the AC, it went right down. There's 59 degrees, 50 degrees, 48 degrees, 47 degrees, 46 degrees, and it's constantly going down. And in the first video, it went all the way down to 39 degrees and it started cycling. Once it achieved its set temperature, then it starts cycling the clutch. So definitely nothing wrong with the charge. We're looking for an intermittent problem, or is the customer comparing it to a different vehicle? We don't know. We need more information, but other than how the AC is performing right now as tested, we get 39 degrees out of the dash. It's recovering the temperature and bringing it down really rapidly inside the vehicle. So on that grounds, everything's okay. Some sort of intermittent problem. I'm gonna check the battery voltage just to make sure that is good. Look, we got a Subaru battery. Is this the original battery? And this is a 2017. Yeah, well, no, that's a 2019. That's old enough. There's 5 of 19. So we all know 12-volt battery systems can cause problems. So I don't get run over here, I could grab one of my voltmeters. I got something hanging around here. Oh no, I don't want to use. No, I don't feel like opening up one. I got a straggler inside here. Yeah, here we go. Just take out one that I have hanging. DC volts. So this will check how the alternator is doing because the engine's running. So we got 14 there. Let's look back from where we last tested. We were at 46 degrees as I've been talking. We're down to 44 and we're still on a downward pattern. And we can see that we're at 73 and now we're at 69 on the interior temperature of the vehicle with the sensor all the way to the back of the vehicle. So it's bringing down cabin temperature. What do I do? Oh, I want to do, forget that. We know the AC is working and it's working really good. Let's do a little stress test here. Okay, I want to leave the blower on, the engine's off. Let's turn on the headlights. And is there a, I'm looking for a cigarette light. Cigarette lighters don't, oh yeah, well, if there are cigarette lighter things being used, I wanted to put an additional in the load, but that'd be good enough. And we are 11.8, not bad for under full load like this with the engine off. All right, still more to find. Intermittent load, and we don't know what it is yet. Another thing I would do intermittent problems, look up your TSBs, see if there's any TSBs problems. Maybe if you have a horn relay with an AC relay or any other relay that's not important, you swap the relays. Intermittent problem with the relay. Another thing you can do, if it's an intermittent problem with the blend air doors, clamp off your heat, because this heater core and this car, hot water is always going through the heater core all the time, so the heater core is always hot. So if there's ever an intermittent problem with one of the blend air doors and it mixes hot air from the heater core with the air conditioning, heat always wins. That could be an intermittent problem, so you may want to clamp off the heater core. This all takes time. This is all diagnostics. We're running one possibility after another off your list, and there's many other possibilities. Is a fans intermittently not coming on, and if you're at idle at a stoplight and are really slow moving, and for some reason your fans start going, then your head pressure goes up, then your clutch, you go over 420-40 psi, your clutch kicks out, your AC, and the customer complains that the AC intermittently is not working, but you go down the highway. I did not get any of this information from the service writer. So information is key when it comes to diagnosing. Lack of information, you get lack of diagnostics. All right, I'll see you guys later.